Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's get into this. We were basically still looking for the potential of having this fifth wave to the upside, and we're talking about the fact that this could actually be an ABC pattern to this, and this would be the fourth wave low here. It is possible that we are setting up to form a diagonal pattern for this fifth, where this could be a 1, 2, 3. Potentially we've completed this fourth and we're looking for this fifth wave to the upside. So what this would be looking at is from this low point 1, 2, 3, 4, and then actually looking for another zigzag to the upside from this area. And basically what we'd be wanting to see then, if this is the case, we'd want to see this develop like this, where this is an A, we've come down for a B, and we look to push up for that C wave. So this fifth wave doesn't have to interact with this top trend line here. It is possible that we actually come into it and we can even get an overshoot here. And if we do overshoot this, basically it just depends really on the structure. There's nothing really indicating here at the moment that we've got anything that's going to overshoot it, because if I have a look at this and I take this from the low point here up into this high point, down into this low point, that 1-to-1 would actually take us back to that 1600 area, which for the most part could be a completed move then. If that is the case, what we'd then be looking for is the potential to start to drop off for this yellow fourth wave. We've been waiting to see a bigger structure develop for this fourth wave, and basically that is matching up against this first wave down here. So we haven't really seen anything that big yet. However, like we said in the previous video, it is also possible to count this wave 3 into this corner here. And if that's the case, and if we don't fail to and if we fail to form the correct structure within this move here as a diagonal, what we could actually get playing out here is we get this structure play out potentially as a flat correction, where this is a move up for a B. This B wave could potentially actually be completed here, and we could be starting this move down in a 5-wave move. What we'd want to see here effectively is that this would be an A wave, this would be a B wave up, and then we'd want to see this start to break down. Currently there's nothing indicating that to me, but if we had a move down past this area here, get a zone. This is the wrong fib tool. Let's try the right one. There we go. So if we move down past this 1523 zone, what I would then be looking for is actually the potential that we're looking to break down for this C. And that would be a 1, 2, 3. We'd be looking for a 4 and a 5. So that zone I'd be looking potentially to travel into, if that's the case, is probably much where we're talking about. This 1497 area would be an interesting zone, and if I just throw this onto this point here, what we can get is the maximum range of this sort of as an expanding flat. If it becomes an expanding flat, would be this 14446. That would be sort of the maximum range, but it can, as long as it crosses this 1-to-1, it can potentially reach this 236, 382, but generally speaking, it tends to fall somewhere within this zone. So if that is the case, we could actually look to come back and retest this trend line if we are actually forming this fourth wave. So this fourth wave has actually got a slightly bigger target zone, which is this 1493 all the way down to this 1376. But because we've come up so high, it is possible we only test the top range of this and we don't actually move down towards these lower ranges. Though if we do, basically these would be the zones I'd be looking for. This 14229 and this 1376 would basically be the lower range of this area that we could be looking to target out. We do have some previous structure here as well, potentially looking at this as a fourth in the case if we look at this as a completed move in this high point, in which case then we could actually look to progress to the upside. So we just need to also be careful though, because currently we've only got 3-wave structures here. We don't have this additional white fourth wave yet, so this move can also always break down. There is a potential that we could be looking to come back up and retest this channel line. This channel line is currently sitting at, well, it depends how long we take to get here, but around the 1700 area, 1776 right above where we are now. So that's also a possibility. So we get this move down and then we push up for this fifth wave. From that point, we'd need to see whether we get this white fourth and fifth, because we just need to be aware that we haven't completed like this additional fourth and fifth, so we don't have confirmation that it is an impulse yet. Only once we get this fourth and this fifth wave play out do we actually get that confirmation. So those are the things I'm looking out for. I just want to come out here onto the daily and talk about a few things as well. And basically, if I just turn this off for a second. One thing I wanted to talk about is the fact we actually haven't broken this high point here either. This 1679. Breaking this would make me a bit more confident that we could have some continuation to the upside here, but we need to break the 1679. Basically, that area here is, for as long as we don't break this could always just be an A, B, C, and then we break down. Even if we do break this high, though, it is still possible we could look at this structure as just a bigger B wave within here still. And so until we really break back above this 2031 zone, we can always either look at this potentially as a expanding diagonal. That's even a possibility within this, where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then we're forming a wave 2. Or alternatively, we can look at this slightly different, where we're actually still within a diagonal pattern here, or potentially a triangle. There's a lot of possibilities. So we want to see if we can get that confirmation of that fourth and that fifth, and then see this fourth and fifth basically play out, and then we can start to get watch the move a bit closer, because at the moment this move here could actually just be a corrective structure, because we don't have that fourth and fifth wave. So we just got to give it a bit of time to play out. It is also possible, like we've talked about before, that we could get something like this, where this is an A, this is a B, and actually we form a C wave as a flat correction, as a running flat. I don't really like the fact that this B wave didn't come down deeper, but it is still possible that we could see this play out. And if that's the case, one thing that I want to talk about is we're currently sitting in a zone here, and if I get this fib up into there, let's go down onto this low here. I'm going to slide this over here. So the 50% is actually here on these points, and we're currently coming up to it. So it is possible that we could actually move up into this 50%, which is a 1627, and then we could actually look to break down. Alternatively, even if we do push up higher, this is 0.618 would be sort of the minimum area we're looking for a C wave. So we'd really want to see this move past this if it's going to be a part of this as an ABC. It can move all the way to 1-to-1, which would be this 2463, but there's nothing currently indicating that within the structure, so we'd have to give it a bit more time. If we do get this push up into this 1794, it'll probably actually retest this 1800 area if it's going to do that. And then that could be a zone that we could actually look to break down if this does continue upwards. The other thing I wanted to do is if I throw a fib the other way around here, actually, from this high point down to this low point, let's get him on there as well. So as a retracement here, I'm going to get rid of this fib now. As a retracement here, we're also sitting on the 0.618. So that's an interesting zone, because a lot of the times if we're going to get a rejection, this is a zone we could actually look to get it on. We've got a lot of resistance here, and it is possible that this could still look to break up. But once again, we have this 786, which is also sitting in that high 1700 area, which is also lining up quite nicely with this this previous structure here. So even if we do move up a little bit more, we interact with this channel, we just need to be careful on the retracement of this move, because otherwise we could still just have a structure where basically we have this as an A wave, this is a B wave, and we still look to break to the downside. So we don't want to get too bullish too quickly. At the end of the day, if we are still looking to break out even, we are going to come back down and retrace some of these zones at a later date. And once we have the better structure here, then it makes more sense to sort of look at an entry at that point rather than jumping in now once this thing's moved already so far. That's my own personal opinion, not financial advice. And yeah, That's just the way I'm looking at it. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on that bell notification so you never miss a video. I hope everyone has a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.